The following matchup is being played with History Maker Baseball Express, a fast-playing baseball simulation board game, a property of Play Games LLC, copyright 2022, all rights reserved. Welcome to today's episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. In today's episode, in Boston, it is Patriots Day, but today we are going to be revisiting a classic rivalry from 2018 as the New York Yankees take on the Boston Red Sox as we rewind back to 2018 and relive a crazy AL East battle between these two teams in a three-game set. Who will come out on top of this match? Well, I guess you're going to have to tune in and find out because game one is coming up next. But first, let's have a little look and say thank you at our official Play Game sponsors for sponsoring today's episode of Rivalry Night as part of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. We would like to take time to say thank you to our official Play Game sponsors for sponsoring today's episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. This episode, first of all, is being brought to you by your favorite Bitty Beer products. And again, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. Hey, it's a blend of hops, rice, and barley that gives Bitty Beer its taste. But we know better. It's our brewing process that gives our beer that one-of-a-kind flavor that no premium beer can match. Our vats have never been cleaned. There's an itty-bitty bit of history in every can. Bitty Beer, the beer for folks who can't afford better. And by Doc Cola, the official cola drink of the Play Games community. Doc Cola uses finest ingredients to bring you that sugary blast of caffeine you've come to know and love. Twice the sugar and three times the caffeine of any other major. Doc Cola is sure to keep fired up from dawn till dusk. Take the Doc Cola challenge. See why our customers agree you'll never be able to wean yourself from a refreshing Doc Cola. And by Pizza Kingdom, the official pizza joint of the Play Games community. Pizza Kingdom, our signature New York style pizza, starts with crust. Then we layer on our homemade pizza sauce and load your pizza up with mounds of cheese. When it comes out of the oven, piping hot, golden brown, and ready for you to enjoy. Then we give the majestic culinary work of art to Mikey, our 16-year-old delivery driver who has responsible as a treat. Pizza Kingdom, it's sheer perfection. Left the store. And by Suncoast Capital Banks. At Suncoast Capital, we live by one simple rule of investing. When our clients win, we win. When our clients lose, we win. Suncoast Capital, you know we're going to get all of your money anyway. And by Rubicon Wireless. Why pay $200 a month for wireless service when you get 4 lines for just $25 a month? With our tin can plan, you can access our wireless network that covers at 25% of coast to coast between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4:30 a.m. with unlimited text and messaging. Those hours, of course. So why overpay for services you cannot live out? Rubicon Wireless. And we are just about set to go here for this latest edition of Rivalry Night. And of course, you guys can tell it is a big one as we have the 2018 New York Yankees taking on the 2018 Boston Red Sox. It is Patriots Day week. And of course, today is, of course, the Boston Marathon. It's normally for you Bostonians out in Massachusetts. So good luck to everyone participating or that was participating in the Boston Marathon. And without further delay, let's jump right into things as with game one of this episode of Rivalry Night between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Chris Sale will be on the mound for the Red Sox, and he will go up against Luis Severino on the other side. Your lineups are out on screen, and without further delay, Brett Gardner is about to get us going here. It's as Sale is ready, and so is Gardner. Let's get to it for game one of this episode of Rivalry Night between the Yankees and the Red Sox. We'll begin with a 1-2-4 ace pitcher. Yes, indeed, Chris Sale is an ace. So therefore, that's going to be a no runs result of a 1 blank, and that is going to be all she wrote for the top half of the first. We go to the bottom half of the first. It's Yankees nothing, Red Sox coming to bat. Four, 4-6. That is going to read star pitcher on Severino. He is a semi-star. The decider die says he is not, unfortunately. So therefore, do we have a hero batter on Mookie Betts? We most certainly do. That's going to be a men on base result with a base running adjustment. Mookie Betts is a semi-active. The decider die says he is. And again, you cannot go higher than a 6. So the bases are loaded for Andrew Benintendi. And we'll roll for his move off the men on base chart of a 12. Slugger hits home run. Andrew Benintendi is a semi-slugger, and the decider die says he is. Oh boy, that is going to be hit high, hit far, and gone for a grand slam as Andrew Benintendi clears the bases, allowing Boston to take over with a 4-0 lead. And we keep on going here off the men on base chart for J.D. Martinez. 46. Same or reliever. And again, when we say same, it's righty versus righty, lefty versus lefty. So with that being said, J.D. Martinez and Luis Severino are Luis Severino is pitching right-handed. J.D. Martinez is batting right-handed. We have a righty versus righty matchup. That is going to be a strikeout, but not before damage was done as Andrew Benintendi lifts the Red Sox up 4-0 after 1 inning of play off of the grand slam. One, 2-4. That is going to read ace pitcher for Sale. You bet. That's going to be a no runs result of a 4 blank, and that is going to be all she wrote for the top half of the second. Red Sox lead it still 4-0. Triple fours. This is going to be, it's going to be an umpire check. So with this, I will roll the blue die for this. Hey, blue, what's the call? 5? Do we have a lenient home umpire? Or excuse me, home plate umpire. Is he lenient though? And again, I play with rotisserie umpires. All umpires have all the qualities, all the semi-qualities. If they have it, they have it. They don't, they don't. So in this case here, we ask, is the home plate umpire lenient? The decider die says he is. Therefore, that's going to be a men on base result. Oh my goodness. Wow. Of a 6. And that is going to bring up Mitch Moreland off the men on base chart of a 13. Fresh relief pitcher gets the pop out. And again, I play this as 3 full fresh and 3 semi-fresh. So Luis Severino will get the pop out as he is still fresh. And therefore, after 2 innings of play, the Red Sox threaten but do not score in this second inning. It is still 4-0 at the hands of the Boston Red Sox. 3-4-5 on Didi Gregorius. Star pitcher on Sale. No. Sad sack on Gregorius. No. That's going to be a men on base result. -1 for the black die if flash or control. Chris Sale has double flash and control.
So the double flash takes away 2, so that 4 will be reduced to a 2. And from that 2, since Sale has control, it will be reduced to a 1. So there will be runners on. We will place the runners, I should say, on first base with Giancarlo Stanton due up next off the men on base chart. 16, good eye. No, Giancarlo Stanton does not have a good eye. So therefore, that is going to be a strike 3 called on Giancarlo Stanton. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in their half of the third. The Red Sox still lead it 4-0. 4-5-5. Workman pitcher. No, Severino is not a workman. Utility batter on Devers. He is a semi-utility. The decider die says he is. So therefore, that is going to be a no runs result of a 5 blank. And that is going to be all she wrote for that for the first 3 innings of play here. Your score after 3 innings is Boston 4, Yankees nothing. 1, 2, 3. Workman or struggler on Sale. That's a negative. Champion on Gary Sanchez. That's going to be a negative as well, Chief. So therefore, that's going to be a no runs result of a 3 blank. And that is going to wipe off this top half of the fourth. But the Red Sox still lead it, courtesy of Andrew Benintendi's grand slam, 4-0 over the New York Yankees. 3-4-5. That is going to read star pitcher on Severino. He is a semi-star. The decider die says he is not. Champion, Sat sack batter on Nunez. He is not. That is going to be a men on base result. -1 for the black die if flash or control. Severino has both flash and control, so that 4 will be reduced to a 2, and we will put Nunez out on at second base for the catcher, Sandy Leon. 55. Batting team dissonant or pitching team harmony. And again, all teams throughout this inaugural season of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour are neutral. So with that being said, that is going to be a single. 2 runners advance 2 bases. That'll tack on another run. It's 5-0, and it will be a single for Sandy Leon, an RBI single, and that's going to bring up Jackie Bradley Jr. off the men on base chart. 15, scrapper hits double. Jackie Bradley is not a scrapper, so therefore that's going to be hit high, far, and gone for a 2-run home run. And probably that is going to be all for Luis Severino, as the Red Sox are pummeling the New York Yankees here in Game 1 of this Rivalry Night series for the start of Patriots Day week here as part of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. After 4 innings of play, your score is Red Sox 7, Yankees nothing. 1, 2, 6 on Sale. Struggler or gilded? No. Hero batter on Hicks? No. That is going to be a no runs result with the possibility of a solo home run. Aaron Hicks does have a semi-home run king. However, the decider die says he does. I'm sorry, hold on. Struggler or gilded? No. Hero batter on Hicks? No. So yeah, no runs result with a possibility of a solo home run. The Yankees are going to come so close to getting on the board. 7-0 is your score after the top half of the 5th, as Hicks does have home run king, but the decider die says he does not. So that's going to be a no runs result of a 6 dot, and that's going to be all she wrote for the top half of the 5th. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th, and we see a new pitcher coming in from the bullpen, for the New York Yankees, as Luis Severino is not coming back out for the fifth. So while the new pitcher for the Yankees takes up his warm-up tosses, we will take a quick timeout. And with that, we see Chad Green for the New York Yankees finishing up his warm-up tosses, as he will have the full extent use of the ace quality for this at-bat against Mookie Betts. And with that being said, the Yankees are down 7-0 to the Red Sox here in Game 1 of this Rivalry Night series. And without further delay, Chad Green says he's ready to go, and so are we. Let's get rolling for the bottom half of the fifth with a 2-3-4. That is going to read pitcher not fresh. Well, again, bullpen arms are considered fresh for the remainder of the contest here with History Maker Baseball Express rules. So we ask, is Mookie Betts a sad sack? He is not. So therefore, that is going to be a men on base result, -1 for the black die if control. Oh boy, Chad Green went one step further. It's a double control result, as that too will be reduced to a big fat goose egg. So with that being said, that is going to be the end of the inning, and your score remains 7-0 with a no runs result of a 4-blank for Boston. But they still lead it after 5 innings of play. Your score is Red Sox 7, Yankees nothing. Uh, 4-4-6. That is going to read star pitcher for sale. No, he's not a star. Hero batter for Bird. He is not a hero. So therefore, that is going to be a no runs result with a possibility of a solo home run. The black die is not a 6, though. So therefore, that is going to be a no runs result of a 4 dot. And that is going to be all she wrote for the top half of the 6th. The Yankees are trying to dig down deep to get on the board here. They're down by 7 over the Red Sox as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Oh, wow, another 4-5-5. This time it's going to read workman pitcher on Green. No. Hero batter on Benintendi. Yes, he is a hero. So therefore, that's going to be a men on base result with a base running adjustment. And it looks like Benintendi is semi-active. The decider die was not used, so he is active. So that 5 will be bumped up to a 6, and the bases are loaded for J.D. Martinez, and we will roll off the men on base chart. We have a 33 scrapper hit single. Excuse me. JD Martinez is not a scrapper. That is going to be a bases clearing triple, folks. And the Red Sox reach double digits during game 1 of this Rivalry Night series as JD Martinez clears the bases with a triple. And that is going to bring up Xander Bogaerts off of the men on base chart. With a 23, eager grounds out. Xander Bogaerts is not an eager batter, so therefore that is going to be a walk, so it'll be first and third for Mitch Moreland. '22, batting at home? Yes. The Red Sox are batting at home, so it will be a single, and it will be 11-0 in favor of the Red Sox. And it will be first and second now for Rafi Devers. 15. Oh my goodness, the Yankees. This will probably be the nail in the coffin for the Yankees. Scrapper hits double. Devers is not a scrapper. That's going to be hit high, far, and gone, folks. The Yankee pen is imploding. 14-0. 2 touchdowns for the Boston Red Sox here in game one of this Rivalry Night series. And we are not through. We just played the first 6 innings. Oh my goodness. So with that being said, that is going to do it for Chris Sale and the Red Sox. And guys, there's going to be a lot of players coming in for the Red Sox one by one. We will see who those are in just a few short minutes here. But Chris Sale is going to be done, and we see a new we see a new pitcher trotting out for the pen as Chris Sale is all done for the night here in game one of this episode of Rivalry Night. And without further delay, we will take a quick timeout to have the new pitcher for Boston take up his warm-up tosses. And while he does so, and while that new pitcher does so, again, we will take a really quick timeout. With the lead already 14-0, the Red Sox decide to go to their pen and bring in the one and only Matt Barnes, as he will have the full extent use of the star quality for this at-bat against Miguel Andujar. The Red Sox lead big over the Yankees, 14-0, here in Game 1 of this episode of this episode of Rivalry Night, here for the History Maker Baseball Express Hour for Patriots Day week. With that being said, Andujar is ready, so is Barnes. Let's get rolling. 116, that is going to read struggler pitcher for Barnes. No. Utility batter for Andujar. No. That is going to be 116. Struggler, no. Utility, no. So it will be possibly an RBI chance. And guess what, folks? The black die is not a 6, but it will be a run for the Yankees as a Bronx cheer comes up from the crowd, from the Yankee fan, the subdued Yankee fan crowd, whatever's left of the Yankee fans here at Fenway, as they are on the board, courtesy of Miguel Andujar's RBI, 14-1 as we head to the stretch here at Fenway Park. Eduardo Nunez will take his next turn up at the dish here in the bottom half of the 7th with a 1-4-5. Ace or dynamic pitcher. Green is a semi-ace. The decider die says he is. So that is going to be a no runs result of a 5 dot. And that is going to do it for the 7th inning here at Fenway. The score is Red Sox 14, Yankees 1. Tier 4-6. Star pitcher on Barnes. He's a semi-star. The decider die says he's not, though. Hero batter on Torres. He's a semi-hero. The decider die will say no. So that is going to be 4-4-6. No runs result with a possibility of a solo home run. Gleyber Torres as home run king. Does he have it? He does. So therefore, that's going to be hit high, far, and gone into the Boston night. Gleyber Torres gets adds another run on the Yankees half of the board. It's not over yet, folks. 14-2, Red Sox lead as we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. 1-2-3. Workman or struggler on Green? No. Champion on Leon? No. That's going to be a no runs result of a 3 blank, and that is going to be all she wrote for this for the first 8 innings of play. The Red Sox lead game one of this episode of Rivalry Night by the score of 14-2. Last call for the Yankees as they try to mount a little bit of comeback here. 14-2 is the score, and let's see what comes up for Brett Gardner. 5.56. Star pitcher on Barnes. He's a semi-star. The Decider Die says he's not. Hero batter on Brett Gardner. No. That's going to be a no runs result with a possibility of a solo home run. Brett Gardner does not have does not have slugger or home run king printed out on his card. And folks, that is going to be your ball game here at Fenway. The final score for game 1 is huge. Red Sox win it by the final of 14-2 over their rivals in the New York Yankees. And we are just about set and ready to go for game 2 of this Rivalry Night series between the 2018 Boston Red Sox and the 2018 New York Yankees. A couple lineup changes for both these teams, as Jackie Bradley Jr. was supposed to be the leadoff batter, as he was in the 9th hole, but instead he will move to the 7th hole and allow Brock Holt to lead off for the Red Sox. As for the Yankees, Romine is in for Sanchez, and Walker is also in the lineup. And we swap Torres and Gardner to hopefully get some runs going for the New York Yankees in this Rivalry Night series. Your pitching matchup for Game 2 is going to be as follows. Masahiro Tanaka will be on the hill for the Yanks, while Rick Porcello will be on the hill for the Boston Red Sox. And this game, of course, is being played with History Maker Baseball Express. This is game 2 of the Rivalry Night series. And without further delay, Masahiro Tanaka says he's ready to go. Brock Holt says he is also ready to go. Let's do it from the Bronx here at Yankee Stadium for game 2 of this Rivalry Night series. We'll begin today with a 1-2-3. Workman on Tanaka. No. 1-2-3. Oh, excuse me. Workman or Struggler. No. Champ on Holt. No. That is going to be a no runs result of a 1 blank, and that is going to be all she wrote for the first inning for the Red Sox. After half inning of play, it's Red Sox nothing, and the Yankees are coming to bat in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-4-6 on Judge. Ace or Dynamic on Porcello. No. Satsack on Judge. When is Judge ever a Satsack? No, he's not. Men on base, -1 for the black die if control. And it looks like Rick Porcello does have control. So that 4 will be reduced to a 3. And we're going to put the runners on at first and second for Didi Gregorius to get things going for the New York Yankees as they lost in game 1, 14-2. We'll roll for Didi Gregorius' move at bat off the main chart, off the men on base chart, I should say, with a 35 control pitcher. Rick Porcello does have control, so therefore that is going to be a ground out, and that is going to end the first inning here at the stadium. The Yankees threaten but do not score after 1 inning of play. It's the Red Sox nothing and the Yankees nothing. (5-6-6). Is Tanaka a star pitcher? He's not. Is Mookie Betts a utility batter? He is not. So therefore, that's going to be a men on base result, -1 for the black die if flash. Masahiro Tanaka does have flash, so that 6 will be reduced to a 5, putting the runners on at second and third for Andrew Benintendi. And we'll roll the for his at bat off the men on base chart with a 14. Scrapper hits single. Benintendi is not a scrapper. That is going to be a double. 2 runs are going to come across to score. It's 2-0 Red Sox here at the stadium. And we hear the boo birds going for the Yankees, for the Yankee fans, and the cheers for the Red Sox fans. We move on to JD Martinez's at bat off the men on base chart of a 45. Fresh pitcher gets ground out. And again, if you've seen my previous videos on History Maker Baseball Express or History Maker Baseball Full Play, I play it as 3 fresh, 3 semi-fresh. So basically the neutral. So with that being said, Rick Porcello is fresh, or excuse me, Masahiro Tanaka. I'm sorry, Masahiro Tanaka is fresh. So that means they will get the ground out and nothing more here in the top half of the second. After 1.5 innings of play, it's Red Sox 2, Yankees nothing. Two, 4, 5 on Stanton. 2, 4, 5. Here we are. Struggler pitcher on Porcello. No. Sad sack on Stanton. No. That is going to be a men on base result with a -1, 2, 4, 5. Yes, -1 for the black die if flash or control. And it looks like Rick Porcello has both flash and control. So therefore, that 4 will be reduced to a 2. With Stanton on at second for the catcher, Austin Romine. And he will take his hacks off the men on base chart. 24. Goldfielder makes the out. Oh, Xander Bogaerts is not gold. He is a neutral fielder, so therefore that is going to be an error, and we will have the runners at the corners. It's first and third for Aaron Hicks. 46, same reliever. And again, when we say same, it's righty versus righty, lefty versus lefty. Since we have a righty versus lefty matchup, since Aaron Hicks bats left-handed against right-handed pitchers, it is not the same. So it will be a contact result. And I usually roll the red die for my contact chart results. We have a 4, champ or hero. Aaron Hicks is neither. So therefore, that is going to be a ground out. And nothing will come across to score for the Yanks. After 2 innings of play, it's Red Sox 2, Yankees nothing, here in Game 2 of this Rivalry Night series. Mitch Moreland will be the batter to lead us off here in the top half of the third with a 1-2-4. Ace pitcher on Tanaka, that's a negative. Champ on Moreland. No, that is going to be a no runs result of a 4 blank, and that is going to be all she wrote for this half inning of the third. We move to the bottom half of the third. It's Red Sox 2, Yankees nothing. 2-3-5. Star pitcher on Porcello. No. Sad sack on Walker. No. That is going to be 2-3-5. A men on base result with a -1 for the black die if flash. Rick Porcello does have flash, so that 3 will be bumped down to a 2, and we will put the runner on at second base for Miguel Andujar. He will take his hacks off the men on base chart with a 55. Pitching team to Sonnet or batting team to Sonnet or pitching team harmony. And again, we're treating every team throughout this inaugural season of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour as neutral. So no, that is going to be a single, and the first runs of the game are going to come across the score for the New York Yankees. Runners advance 2 bases, as it will be a single for Miguel Andujar, an RBI single. The Yanks are cutting the lead, cutting the Red Sox lead in half. The score is Red Sox 2, Yankees 1, as we continue to roll off the men on base chart for Brett Gardner. 36. Active batter gets runners advance 2 bases single plus a stolen base. Brett Gardner, and again, when I'm referring to active, I think this is possibly what it should be. We're looking at the running quality. So in this case, Brett Gardner is not an active batter, or excuse me, it's not an active runner. So therefore, it's going to be another contact result. And we have a 3. Stat or utility. Oh, Brett Gardner is a utility. So therefore, that is going to be a pop out to end the third inning here at the stadium. After 3 innings of play, it's Red Sox 2, Yankees 1. Two, 4, 5 for Rafael Devers. Struggler pitcher on Tanaka. No. Sat sack on Devers. No. That is going to be a men on base result. -1 for the black die if flash or control. And Tanaka does have flash and control. So therefore, that 4 will be reduced to a 2. And we'll put the runner on at second base for Jackie Bradley Jr. And he will take his hacks off the men on base chart with a 55. Again, batting team to Sonnet or pitching team harmony. Again, everyone is treated neutral. It will be a single plus an RBI, and the Red Sox add on to their lead. It's 3-1, courtesy of an RBI single by Jackie Bradley Jr. We continue to roll on the men on base chart for Christian Vasquez. We have an 11. Batting team harmony or pitching team to Sonnet. Again, everyone is neutral. So it will be a ground out to end the 4th inning here at Yankee Stadium. And your score after 3.5 innings of play is Red Sox 3, Yankees 1. Three, 4, 5. Star pitcher on Porcello. No. Sat sack batter on Torres. No. That is going to be a men on base result. -1 for the black die if flash or control. Porcello does have both flash and control. So therefore, Torres is going to go on second base because that 4 is going to be reduced to a 2 for Aaron Judge. Can he clobber a baseball out of the stadium? Let's find out on the men on base chart. Oh my goodness, wow. What did I say earlier? Let's see if Aaron Judge can clobber a baseball out of the stadium, but let's see. Scrapper hits double. No. He is going to hit one high, hit one far, and it is gone. It is gone for a 2-run jack for Aaron Judge. He ties the game up at 3-all. What timing that was. Unbelievable. After 4 innings of play, your score is all deadlocked at 3-all between the Red Sox and the Yankees. 2-3-6. Struggler or gilded on Tanaka? No. Sad sack on Holt? No. That is going to be an RBI question mark check. And of course, let me just double check. Struggler or gilded? No. Sad sack? No. So the decider die was not used. Oh my goodness. No RBI keeps the game tied going to the bottom of the 5th here at the stadium with the score Red Sox 3, Yankees 3. Here's Didi Gregorius with a 3.35. Struggler pitcher, Rick Porcello is not struggling. Champion on Gregorius, no. Oh, wow, no runs. So that is going to be a 5 blank, no runs result. And that's going to do it for the first 5 innings of play. And as we reach the halfway point of this one, your score is Red Sox 3, Yankees 3. Four, five, six. Let's see here. Pitcher not fresh, and again, we're past the freshness. We're still in the semi-fresh innings, and unfortunately for Masahiro Tanaka, he is not fresh, according to the decider die. So with that being said, it will be a men on base result with a base running adjustment. Mookie Betts is a semi-active runner, and he is not active. So either way, that 6 is going to stay put with the bases loaded for unbelievable Andrew Benintendi. As you guys know, in game 1, he hit a monster grand slam that helped the Red Sox win game 1, 14-2. But can he do it again off the men on base chart? Let's find out right now. 26, home run king hits home run. No, Andrew Benintendi is not a home run king, so therefore, that is going to be a contact result. We have a 1. Okay, so we're going to check for a whiffer versus flash pitcher. We do have a flash pitcher, but Andrew Benintendi is not a whiffer. So therefore, that is going to be an RBI, and the Red Sox retake the lead as Andrew Benintendi gets an RBI, scoring the runner from third after 5.5 innings of play. Your score is Red Sox 4, Yankees 3. We go to Giancarlo Stanton's turn in the lineup with a 2-2-6. Ace pitcher for Porcello. No. Utility on Stanton. No. That is going to be an RBI check. What do you know? You get that run right back, Yankees fans. We are tied at 4 after 6 innings of play here at Yankee Stadium for Game 2 of this Rivalry Night series. 1-2-5 on Tanaka. And again, both pitchers are considered not fresh at this point. So therefore, that is going to be a men on base result with a base running adjustment. JD Martinez is a neutral runner, so they are going to put the runner, he is going to go to first base, and that is going to bring up the X-Man, Xander Bogaerts, off the men on base chart. And either way, this will be Tanaka's last inning of work. So will be Rick Porcello, as we do see both pens starting to stir for the Red Sox out in deep left center field, and for the Yankees out in deep right center field. 33. Scrapper hits single. Bogaerts is not a scrapper. That is going to be a triple, and I believe that is going to score a run for the Red Sox, as Bogaerts will cruise into third with a triple, bringing up Mitch Moreland. And here comes the pitching coach on his way out to the mound to have, along with the interpreter, to have a little chat with Masahiro Tanaka, as the Yankees' plans are trying to get him through this half inning and hopefully see if everything and hoping that the bullpen can get a fresh inning when we get to the 8th. With that being said, Masahiro said he's all calmed down and he says he's ready to go back to work, and so are we. Here comes Mitch Moreland off the men on base chart of a 23. Eager grounds out. Mitch Moreland is not an eager. Oh my goodness, those plans maybe have to be canceled here. Ball 4 will put the runners at the corners for Rafael Devers. And folks, at this point, Masahiro Tanaka is really kind of losing it. The pitchers for the Yankees are trying to warm up as fast as possible. And right now at this point, it seems like a huge inning for the Boston Red Sox is forthcoming The Yankees are going to still stick with Tanaka to hopefully get them out of the inning. Let's see if they can do it. 16, good eye. Devers does not have good eye, so therefore that is going to be a strikeout. And the end of the day for Masahiro Tanaka, even though he gives up 5 through 7 innings, it is still a job well done by Masahiro Tanaka. As we head to the stretch here at the stadium, your score is Red Sox 5, Yankees 4. And the fine folks here at Yankee Stadium have sang a good rendition of God Bless America, along with a nice Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and they are all stretched out and situated. And with that being said, Austin Romine will lead things off against Rick Porcello in the bottom half of the 7th inning, with the Red Sox in front 5-4 over their rivals in the New York Yankees. 8-3-4, ace pitcher on Porcello, no. Champ on Romine, no. That is going to be a no runs result of a 3 blank and a job well done by the by Rick Porcello, as he will get his hand shaken by his manager on a job well done, as the bullpens will take over from here after 7 innings of play. It's Red Sox 5, Yankees 4. And we see a new pitcher coming out of that pen for the New York Yankees. And let's find out who that pitcher is after we take a quick timeout. And we are back, as the new pitcher for the New York Yankees will be none other than Dellin Betances, as he has a semi-ace, double flash, and semi-control for his ledger on his card. But for this at-bat against JBJ, Jackie Bradley Jr., he will have the full extent use of having D-ace quality. So gaining another half point on his ace quality for this at-bat against JBJ, Jackie Bradley Jr. Again, we're in the top half of the 8th. Your score as we resume play, Red Sox 5, Yankees 4. 2-4-6. Star pitching, no. Champ on Bradley, no. That is going to end up being a no runs result with a possibility of a solo home run. JBJ has semi-slugger, but no home run king. So therefore, it is going to be a no runs result of a 4 dot. And what a job well done. Excuse me. What a job well done by Dellin Betances and the Yankee pen to quiet the Red Sox here in the top half of the 8th. But you know it's not over until it's over. And we do see a new pitcher for the Red Sox trotting in from the pen. We will find out who that is after we take this really quick timeout. It looks like the Red Sox are not joking around. They're bringing in their closer for a save situation with a 5-4 lead over the New York Yankees. For this at-bat against Aaron Hicks, Craig Kimbrell will have the full extent use of getting the ace quality. With that being said, the score remains 5-4 as we head to the bottom half of the 8th with the Red Sox in front, and Aaron Hicks is up to bat against Craig Kimbrell. 3-4-6. Star pitcher, you bet. Craig Kimbrell is a star, so therefore that is going to be a no runs result of a 3 blank, and that is going to be all she wrote for the first 8 innings. Your score is Red Sox 5, Yankees 4. We head to the top half of the 9th with a 1-2-6. Struggler or gilded pitcher on Betances? No. Hero batter on Vasquez? No. That is going to be a no runs result with a possibility of a solo home run. Vasquez does not have home run king or slugger printed out on his card. So therefore, that is going to end up being a no runs result of a 2 blank And that is going to settle things for the Red Sox in the ninth. And the Yankees are going to try to walk things off here. Can they do so to tie up the series? Let's find out right now as we head to the bottom of the ninth. It's Red Sox 5, Yankees 4. 2-5-6. Workman pitcher on Kimbrel. No. Satsack on Walker. No. That is a good start. -1 for the black die. If flash for a men on base result. Craig Kimbrel has double flash. So that 6 will be reduced to a 4. The winning run is on at first base for Miguel Andujar. We will roll for his at bat off the men on base chart of a 24. Goldfielder makes the out. Brock Holt is not gold. That is going to tie the game, moving the runners 90 feet at 5-all, and Brett Gardner is coming to the plate. It is a blown save by Craig Kimbrel, but the stats will tell at the end of this one if he will get the win or the loss. So with that being said, we resume on the men on base chart for Brett Gardner with, oh my goodness, a 15. Scrapper hits double. Brett Gardner's not a scrapper. This one is, there it goes to deep left field. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Ball game over. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. The Yankees come from behind to win Game 2 of this Rivalry Night series as Brett Gardner hits a walk-off 3-run home run to win Game 2 and set up a winner-take-all game against the 2018 Red Sox back at Fenway. Oh my goodness, folks. Woo. Your final score here in Game 2 is Yankees coming from behind to win it off a 3-run home run by Brett Gardner as they win it down 5-4. They would tie it. They would tie it at 5 thanks to Miguel Andujar. And Brett Gardner would seal the envelope and the deal for Game 2 of this Rivalry Night series as the Yankees win it 8-5. The Yankees win! And we're just about set and ready to go for Game 3 of this Rivalry Night series. And yes, indeed, it is a winner-take-all from Fenway Park. Both teams have each won a game in this Rivalry Night series. Whoever wins this game will win this Rivalry Night episode for this episode of Rivalry Night. Red Sox won Game 1 by the final of 14-2. Yankees off the bat of Brett Gardner won Game 2 by the final of 8-5. Let's see what Game 3 holds for us as we take a look at our starting pitching matchup in David Price for the Red Sox and CC Sabathia for the Yankees. With that being said, Gleyber Torres is ready to step up to the plate, and so are we. It's Price versus Torres to lead us off here for Game 3 of this episode of Rivalry Night between the 2018 Yankees and the 2018 Red Sox. 2-4-4. Yes, 2-4-4. Ace pitcher on Price. No. Utility on Torres. No. That is going to be a men on base result with a -1 for the black die if control. David Price does have control, so that 4 is going to be reduced to a 3. and we will place the runners really safely at first and second for Aaron Judge off the men on base chart. Excuse me. 16, good eye. No, Judge does not have a good eye. So therefore, that is going to be a strikeout, and that is going to end the top half of the first. The Yankees threaten but do not score. Here come the Red Sox in their half of the first. It's Yankees nothing, and the Red Sox are coming to bat. 113. Struggler on CC. No. Utility on Betts. No. That is going to be an RBI check, and oh my goodness, the decider die says yes. The Red Sox jump out in front early once again. It's 1-0 off the bat of Mookie Betts for an RBI. After one inning of play, your score is Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing. 455. Workman pitcher on Sabathia, or excuse me, on Price. No. 455. Utility batter on Gregorius. No. That is going to be a men on base result, -1 for the black die if flash or control. And it looks like David Price has both flash and control. So that 4 will be reduced to a 2, putting the runner on at second base for Giancarlo Stanton. And he will take his hacks off the men on base chart with a 22. Batting at home? No, the Yankees are at Fenway, so they're not batting at home. They are the visitors, so therefore, that is going to be a flyout to end the second inning here to end the top half of the second here at Fenway Park. Your score is Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing. 245. Is Sabathia a struggler pitcher? He is not. Satsack on Benintendi? No. Men on base result -1 for the black die if flash or control. CC does have flash, so that 1 will be reduced to, or excuse me, that 2 will be reduced to a 1. However, CC Sabathia, according to the decider die, does not have control. So either way, that 2 will be reduced to a 1, and we are putting Benintendi out on at first for J.D. Martinez. We have a 23 off the men on base chart. Eager grounds out. J.D. Martinez is not eager. That is going to be ball 4. Take your base, says the home plate umpire. And the fans here at Fenway Park are really getting into the Yankees' skin now. Here comes Xander Bogaerts off the men on base chart. 45, fresh pitcher. And again, I play it as 3 full fresh, 3 semi-fresh. In this case, CC Sabathia is still fresh. That is going to be a ground out to end the second inning here at Fenway Park with your score, Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing. We got 222s. This is going to be a ballpark check. So let's roll the die first to see what's up here. We'll roll the black die for this. In this case, the white number, 6. And we're asking, is Fenway Park a grass turf? Now, again, I'm going to be looking up, give me give me a quick skosh here as I look up the ballpark numbers here for Fenway Park. And I will be right back. Time out. And we are back. And yes, Fenway Park is a grass turf. So therefore, that is going to be a ground out and an end of inning. And therefore, the score remains 1-0 in favor of the Red Sox. One, 3, 4. Ace pitcher on Sabathia, no. Champ on Moreland, no. That is going to be a no runs result of a 3 blank, and that is going to be all she wrote for the first 3 innings of Game 3 here on this episode. Here for this episode of Rivalry Night. Your score is Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing. One four six. Ace or dynamic on Price? No. 146. Satsack on Andujar? No. That is going to be a men on base result, -1 for the black die if control. David Price does have control, so that 4 will be reduced to a 3, and the Yankees are going to put the runner on at third for a go big, go home situation for Greg Bird. They really want to try to tie this game up if they can. 45. Fresh pitcher gets the ground out. And again, we're in the semi-fresh innings. So in this case, with the decided I saying dot, David Price is still fresh. So therefore, that is going to be a ground out. And the Yankees threaten, but do not score after 3.5 innings of play. It's Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing. 134. Ace pitcher for Sabathia? No. Champion on Devers? No. That is going to be a no runs result of a 4 dot, and that is going to be all she wrote for the first 4 innings of this one. The score remains 1-0 in favor of the 2018 Boston Red Sox. $245 on Hicks. We asked, is Price a struggler pitcher? No. Satsack on Hicks? No. That's going to be a men on base result, -1 for the black die if flash or control. David Price has flash and control, so therefore that 5 will be reduced to a 3. They're not going to try to put the runner on first, but they're going to play it safe. Put in the runners on at first and second for Brett Gardner. 34, slugger hits double. Brett Gardner is not a slugger, so therefore that is going to be a single. The game is tied. The game is tied at 1 with the runner on second scoring, while the runner on first goes to third, and that is going to do it for the top half of the 5th as Brett Gardner ties up the game. It's 1-1 here at Fenway Park between the Yankees and the Red Sox. $346 on Bradley. Pitcher not fresh on Sabathia. And again, we're in the semi-fresh innings, and the decider die says he's still fresh. Hero batter on JBJ. No. That's going to be a no runs result with a possibility of a solo home run. And it looks like the black die is a 6. Jackie Bradley Jr. is a semi-slugger. Can he deliver the Red Sox the lead? He does. That is going to be a deep, high fly ball out to deep right field. There she goes. Red Sox home run horn sounds here at Fenway as they take a 2-1 lead. They get that run back from the Yankees and Brett Gardner. And your score after 5 innings of play is Red Sox 2, Yankees 1. $144. Struggler pitcher on Price? No. Satsack on Torres? No. That is going to be a men on base result, -1 for the black die if control. And it looks like David Price does have control. So therefore, that is going to be a reducing the black die to a 3. And we'll put the runners on at first and second for Aaron Judge. Will take his turn off the men on base chart. With a 35 control pitcher, David Price has control. That is going to be a ground out. And if that's the end of the day for David Price, what a way to go out. As it seems, we do see the Red Sox manager shake the hand of David Price on a job well done. And they will have the bullpen take care of things from here after 5.5 innings of play. It's Red Sox 2, Yankees 1. We head to the bottom of the sixth for Christian Vasquez, turn to take his hacks. Excuse me, with a 3-4-5. Yes, 3-4-5. Star pitcher, CC Sabathia is a semi-star. The decider die says he is. So therefore, that's going to be a no runs result of a 5 dot. And that is going to be all she wrote for the first 6 innings here in this one. The Red Sox jump out in front with a 2-1 lead. It is still anybody's game as we head to the 7th. And we see a new pitcher for the Red Sox coming in from that bullpen in deep right center field as he makes his way out to the mound. And while he takes up his warm-up tosses, we will take a quick timeout. It seems the Red Sox manager has decided to go to Ryan Brazier for to close out this game for the Boston Red Sox. He is not taking a chance of going to Craig Kimbrell after what happened in Game 2. So since Brazier has most of all the qualities that we were looking for, it will be safe to say that we will not be giving him any qualities here. But for this at bat against Didi Gregorius, he will be fine as is. As the manager says, you'll be fine. Let's get Gregorius out and head to the stretch and see what the Yankees bring in, and we will go from there. With that being said, the Red Sox are in front of the New York Yankees here in Game 3 of this Rivalry Night series as they lead it 2-1. 2-3-6. Struggler or gilded on Brazier? No. Sat sack on Gregorius? No. That is going to be an RBI question mark result. Oh, but the decider die says no. That could have given the Yankees the lead, but the decider die says, I'm not behaving today, folks. I'm having another round of Fenway Ales, if you ask me. The black die was 6, but the decider die did not want to behave. And after 6.5 innings of play, your score is still Red Sox 2, Yankees 1. We head to the stretch here at Fenway. And while the fine patrons here at Fenway Park saying, take me out to the ball game, we will have a new pitcher for the Yankees as we see him trotting from the pen right now. And while that new pitcher is taking up his warm-up tosses, we will take a quick timeout. And it seems that the Yankees manager has decided to go to David Robertson to hopefully close this thing out for the New York Yankees, hoping to shut Boston down and to give the Yankees a chance to tie it up in the next half inning. As he has semi-star, double flash, and semi-control, almost all of the qualities to match Ryan Brazier. But for this at-bat against Brock Holt, David Robertson will have the full extent of having the star quality. So with that being said, the Red Sox jump out and are still in front of the Yankees by a score of 2-1. We head to the bottom half of the 7th for Brock Holt's turn off the main chart. 3-5-6. Is Robertson a workman pitcher? He is not. Is Brock Holt a utility Excuse me. I'm sorry. Is Brock Holt a champion batter? He is not. So therefore, that's going to be a no runs result with a possibility of a solo home run. Brock Holt does not have a slugger or home run king credited to his name. So therefore, it will be a no runs result of a 6 blank. Let me just double check that. 3-5-6, workman no, champ no. So yeah, the decider die was not used. It'll be a no runs result of a 6 blank, and that is going to end the first 7 innings of this game with the score Red Sox 2, Yankees 1. We got a 5-6-6. Star on Brazier. Yes. Ryan Brazier has star, and therefore that is going to be a no runs result of a 5 and that's going to be all she wrote for the top half of the eighth. And your score is Red Sox 2, Yankees 1, as we head to the bottom half of the eighth inning. 2-2-4. Ace pitcher for Robertson. No, he does not have ace. Utility on bets. No. That is going to be a men on base result. -1 for the black die if control. Robertson has semi-control. The decider die was not used. Yes, it was not used. So that 2 will be reduced to a 1. Oh, I'm sorry. That 2 will be, not be reduced to 1. Sorry. It'll put the runner on its second as Robertson does not have control, and that is going to bring up Andrew Benintendi off the men on base chart. P6. Patient draws the walk. Andrew Benintendi is not a patient batter, so therefore that is going to be a contact result. We have a 2. Sad sack. Benintendi is not a sad sack. That is going to be an RBI for Benintendi, and the Red Sox extend their lead to 3-1. Excuse me. As we go to the ninth inning, as Ryan Brazier is looking to close it out. As we head to the ninth, it's Red Sox 3, Yankees 1. 2-2-3. Ace pitcher on Brazier. You bet that is going to be the ball game, folks. No runs inning. That is going to be a 2 no runs result. And that is your ball game. The final score here at Fenway as the 2018 Red Sox take Game 3 and this episode of Rivalry Night over their rivals in the New York Yankees, 2-1. But here in Game 3, they win it 3-1. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour featuring the 2018 Red Sox and the 2018 Yankees as part of the latest edition of Rivalry Night. Well, it seems we ran out of time for today, but never fear, let's see what's coming up next time here on the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. And it looks like we're going to be rewinding the clock, way back to 1946. And we feature the 1946 World Series on the latest edition of World Series Rewind that featured the 1946 St. Louis Cardinals and the 1946 Boston Red Sox. Who will come out on top of this matchup? Well, I guess you're going to have to tune in next time here on the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour that was being played with History Maker Baseball Express. We look forward to bringing you more matchups of Rivalry Night, World Series Rewind, Cross-Era Showdown, and a blast from the past as we revisit some classic and memorable games from Major League Baseball throughout the 2026 Major League Baseball regular season.